Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the program here. Look who's here, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rick Davis from Fidelity Bank. How are you, my friend?
It's all good.
It's all
cold,
good?
but it's
I
good.
was going to say, I need a nice warm house to get into with these cold temperatures.
We need those underground parkings and you just never go outside again.
I think you may have
We want a
somebody-
walkway.
You may have brought somebody with you that could probably construct something like that.
You know what? He could do that.
Yeah, who'd you bring with you?
Peter Parks. We've been working together since 2012. I think he just became of age at that time, but he's got a lot of experience. So, Parks Custom Homes, I believe, is the name. Am I correct?
Yep.
And we started at one home. He was trimming for some high-end clients, built a couple houses, then we ran into each other, and we've been together ever since.
I was going to say, we know you only put the best on your team, so
We really do. That's the key.
What made you see him and be like, you know what, you need to be a part of my team?
Well, he was putting trim that goes in $600,000 and $300,000 houses because that's what he does. He can't help
trim
himself.
like around cabinets?
Yeah, all kinds of trim. I mean, like the entryways and the fancy doorway. He can't help himself. It's like he's addicted to quality. So he just kept trimming and trimming. His trim bill was the largest for the price point of anybody, but he didn't price it because he wanted to make a statement, and he impressed me and everybody that sees his houses.
How about that? So the business flourished after that. What made you want to switch from doing the trim to actually doing the whole thing?
Actually, I was just, trimming for other builders at the time, and, it's like, gosh, I can do this, Every house I seemed to trim, they sold right away. They're mostly spec houses, too. And I was like, I can do this. So I met with him, and he let me be a part of it, and we started one, and it just went from there. So.
And you've kind of had your hands on all different aspects of building a home.
Yep.
So you know how it goes together, so that's why you said, you know what, I just need to be able to do the whole thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, just taking a look at some samples here of some of the things that you have done. So what made you first gravitate toward doing all the trim work?
I love doing trim, and all you can see all of our houses. We really trim them out, and we have a really craftsman style look on throughout every house. We thrive for the trim work and for the final product finished, and so
he's taken it traditional and made it more modern or transitional with a lot of really high quality trim with a lot of light coming into the house. Mm-hmm. So you have the open floor plan, but you would never see that in a California house because they couldn't afford the trim. There just isn't the kind of craftsmen we have in the Midwest in a lot of places. In fact, some of the more wealthy people that build in Arizona in town that I know personally take Peter to go trim their houses in Arizona because it's not, this is like one of those things that's like the bargain of the United States is our houses relative to what goes in them. And he is really one of the very, very best trim and therefore one of the very best builders because the trim guy gets to see everything. Right. And he started all the way up. He roofed, he framed, and everything else. As you can see, he started very young. But the reality is every client that we finish with the house loves the house. They all love it. I mean, they'll send us Christmas cards, thank you for introducing us to Peter. I mean, that's the kind of he does. He just they're always in love with the job when he's done, which is a nice thing.
Attention to detail, but something that's going to really make your home stand above the rest.
And you don't have the service calls. Like everybody, well, who's coming back in the year when we need? There isn't any hardly. There's no Peter calls. Everything's done so well. He can't stand it. I mean, he's addicted to perfection. And
that's a great thing.
It is in this industry.
Yeah, in this industry.
It's not horseshoes. Yeah. It is.
I build every house as if it were my own, and one of the biggest things in our houses that we do that people really love is our kitchens. People spend most of the time in the kitchen, so we always want to make the kitchens very functional for them.
So where do you spend a little more time in the kitchen? What area in specific do you spend the most time in a kitchen itself?
And around the island, and we've had a lot of our people look at the island and be like, I want an island like that, so you can stand around, and a lot of people can stand around the island. And also we put in speakers in our kitchens, and people just love, I love listening to music while I'm cooking and stuff, so. And people see that and they're like, wow, that's a good idea. So they all want that too.
Well, like you said, you build a house that you would want to live in. So exactly. So great, just gorgeous work. You can just see it from this video we're watching right now. But as good as you are and as much as we're talking you up today, it's probably impossible to get this guy to help build us a home right now, right?
Because he's so booked, right?
Well, again, because of the attention to detail, he doesn't take many people on. In fact, most of the people come through us to build. I think almost all of them because of the fact contract. We do the transition. We know when he's available. He does have crews, so he is building more than one house at a time.
Okay.
But he's on every house every day.
Yep.
So how many houses do you have going at any given time?
Right now, through the winter, we have 2 customs going on right now. Winters are usually our slowest time, unless we have fall builds that are going through the winter. But most of the time, it's around the spring and summertime. We would have, sometimes 4 to 5 at
But still, that's not very many homes, so you have a chance to spend some quality time at each place.
You're getting a custom house every time he builds one. I don't think he'd be one of those trend or track builders where all 20 of them, let's change the color so they don't think it's the same house. That's not him.
Okay.
In fact, he can't help himself. He changes every one a little bit. I mean, he just, one of the biggest details to the paperwork and the follow through, it's refreshing because most builders, I know the house driving by. I know which builder built it. It's not the case with Peter. He changes and adjusts. But the one thing that's been uniform, always a lot of trim, always a lot of light, and an open floor plan that yet still makes you feel homey. Usually you look kind of plasticky in a big open floor plan.
Which is what people hate.
Yeah, and it's great on a beach house. We don't have a lot of beach. So,
I'm still looking for it.
If you do find it, we can sell a lot of property around it.
Now, Peter, have you ever built a house, in the short time that you've been building these homes, that you said, you know what, I want to live here? When you get done with this, because you spend so much time and you're such a stickler for detail, you've got to love these things before you let them go.
No, you're right. Every house we build is, like I said, is just a wow, and everyone sees that, and every house is different. We tend to make 2 stories. I really like the 2 stories looks. There's a few 2 stories that we've done in the past where the layout on the main floor is just amazing. Huge kitchens with walk-in pantries, hidden pantries, big lockers for family of 4 or 5 that have a room to put all their stuff when they walk in from the garage. I actually had a builder call me. He goes, "Hey, are you building a house on 16th?" I'm like, "I don't think my sign was up." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, I was just calling because I just knew it was yours." I'm like, "Okay." Well,
so again,
that's
your
kind of
that's a good problem to have. Good problem to have.
I just knew it was yours because just the way the style was.
Yeah, so if you want to build a home to this quality level, obviously Fidelity Bank is the place to go to get your money.
If you want to build a home in the next 2 years, this is the time to find me, to find the Peter, so we can spend the 2 months or the 3 months to make the perfect house before we dig the ground. This is the time to transition to that spring build that's a perfect house. We get the ground right, we find the lots, we look for the bargains at the period of time. Peter and I were talking about this the other day on the phone. We love to walk in and know exactly what the house is going to cost, know exactly what it's going to look. With our new camera, we can show them what it's going to look like before they build it. And he gets a chance to show them the different ideas that he has, because every plan, he comes up with unique ideas that you may or may not want. But if you're on a rush, we can't stop and talk about it.
Yeah, but I bet you that when your house is done, you're not going to find your design, correct me if I'm wrong, Peter, anybody else's house. Because you're that much into the detail.
Right.
No, he's off the sheet. He's off the wall. I'm just telling you.
That is awesome.
And I was hearing news already again in this morning that interest rates are looking to go up once again.
Interest rates are going to go up. The prime's going to go up, but I think they've already factored that into the interest rates.
Okay.
But anybody that hasn't refinanced needs to call us, 343-2300. We can still get you in here to save substantial money.
Okay.
But those that want to list their house and get them on the market, please come see us so we can make sure we get you with the right realtor.
Okay.
If your sister or your mother's not in the business, call us. We have and if they're not doing real well, call us anyway.
Right.
We'll help you get over that.
Another aspect, another service.
Because it's a full service product to get the most value.
Yep.
Because other than what we do with you guys, which is like, I like to come to visit you guys, our whole marketing program is based on the happy customer and the quality builder. So keep it inside budget, but making the right decision on the sell-in, the buy-in, which realtor is best for this area, which one's best for this area. And now we've got over $1 billion worth of sales in a little bank. We have a database that other people don't.
It's a bank that's right here. It's a local
We're
bank.
local. We do all of it. Especially if you were thinking about, he would be the perfect guy for a right-size house. Or in other words, you're selling your home and you're over 62. You want to get the no payment more, but have no steps, things like that. He's perfect for that kind of house.
All right. So if people want to come visit you, where would they go?
Come on out to Fidelity Bank. We're on the West Street off from Jordan Creek Mall, that little mall on the other side of me. But Fidelity Bank, and my building's the one with the cartoon pictures on the walls of different houses that are falling over and stuff. So we're going to fix them when they come inside the door.
That's perfect.
But truly, this is the time to give your wife a present of a new kitchen and a new house, and it's much easier to put it under a box with a picture underneath the tree. You don't have to go shop. It's easy.
There you
Perfect.
go.
There it is.
FidelityBank.house.
Good
And Peter, if people want to get in touch with your company, what's the best way to do so?
You know, they can just give me a call, 515-291-5020 for Parks Custom Homes. So.
Okay.
Thank you, Peter, very much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great
Nice
to
to
meet
meet
you
you.
this
Thank you for
week.
having
Thank
me.
you.
It's great.
We will be right back. It is 9:23 right now. You are watching CW Iowa Live. When we return, the Cop Man coming in next.